Imagine yourself standing at the edge of a perfect moment. A wedding day, where every detail is planned to perfection, from the delicate white roses lining the aisle to the soft hum of a string quartet playing in the background. The bride-to-be, radiant in her gown, is moments away from saying, "I do," and the groom's sister, Emily, is the star of this fairy tale day. Her brother, Ethan, is there, looking sharp in his suit, smiling proudly as he prepares to give her away. The guests are buzzing with excitement, sipping champagne, and snapping photos for Instagram. It's the kind of day that feels like it's straight out of a rom-com, until it's not. Suddenly, the double doors at the back of the venue swing open with a dramatic thud, and in walks her. A woman no one recognizes. She's bold, confident, striding down the aisle like she owns the place, her dress catching the sunlight in a way that makes everyone freeze. Whispers ripple through the crowd. Is she a friend? A relative? An ex with a grudge? The tension is electric, and you can feel it through the screen, can't you? You're probably wondering, who is this woman, and what does she want? I get it. I'm right there with you, heart racing, dying to know what happens next. That's why I'm here, talking to you, my friend, because I know you're just as curious as I am about how this stranger turns a picture-perfect wedding into a viral moment that's got everyone on YouTube searching for answers. Let's rewind a bit and meet the key players in this drama, because trust me, you're going to want to know who's who before this story takes off. Ethan, our leading man, is the kind of guy you'd notice in a crowd. Charming, a little rugged, with a smile that could melt ice. He's the protective big brother to Emily, who spent months planning her dream wedding to her high school sweetheart, Tom. Ethan's been by her side through it all, from picking out centerpieces to calming her pre-wedding jitters. He's the rock of the family, the guy everyone leans on, but he's got his own secrets simmering beneath the surface. And then there's the mystery woman. Let's call her Ava for now, because her real name? Well, that's part of the puzzle we're piecing together. Ava's entrance isn't just a disruption. It's a full-on plot twist that shakes the foundation of this wedding. She's not just crashing for the free cake. She's got a purpose, a history, and a connection to Ethan that no one saw coming. You're probably thinking, wait, is this some kind of love triangle? A revenge plot? A misunderstanding? I hear you, and I'm not going to spoil it just yet, but I promise you this. Every second you spend with me in this video is going to bring you closer to the truth. You're not just watching a story, you're living it with me, feeling every heartbeat, every gasp, every moment of, no way, did that just happen? Now, let's talk about why this story hits so hard. Weddings are already emotional, right? They're about love, family, and new beginnings, but they can also bring out drama like nothing else. Think about it. You've got all these people in one place, old grudges bubbling up, secrets waiting to spill, and then you throw in an unexpected guest who changes everything. That's what makes this tale so addictive. It's not just about the shock of Ava walking in. It's about what her presence means for Ethan, for Emily, and for everyone watching. It's about love that defies expectations, choices that break hearts, and the kind of courage it takes to stand up in front of a crowd and say, "This is my truth." I know you're invested already because you're still here, and I'm so glad you are. You and we're in this together, chasing down the answers to questions like, what's Ava's deal? How does Ethan know her? And how does a wedding crasher end up with a ring on her finger? These are the trending topics blowing up YouTube right now. Wedding drama, unexpected romance, viral moments, and I'm here to deliver every detail you're craving. Here's the thing. I'm not just telling you a story. I'm inviting you into a world where every moment feels real, raw, and relatable. You've probably been to a wedding or two, maybe even dreamed about your own. You know how those days can feel like a pressure cooker of emotions. Joy, stress, maybe a little family tension. Now imagine all that, plus a stranger who flips the script entirely. That's what we're diving into, and I'm going to guide you through it like we're best friends gossiping over coffee. You're not just a viewer to me, you're part of this journey, and I'm counting on you to stick around because the twists in this story are worth it. We're talking about themes that hit home. Love that fights against the odds, loyalty tested in the heat of the moment, and the kind of bold moves that make you cheer or scream at your screen. I'm not going to give you all the answers right now. Where's the fun in that? But I promise you, every minute you spend with me is building up to a reveal that'll have you saying, I did not see that coming. You're here because you love a good story, and I'm here to make sure you get one that's unforgettable. So where are we at? We've got a wedding in full swing, a mysterious woman named Ava crashing the party, and Ethan, our charming hero, caught in the middle of a moment that's about to change everything. The air is thick with questions. What's Ava's connection to Ethan? Is she here to ruin the wedding or to claim something, or someone, for herself? And how does this all lead to her walking out as the bride? You're probably itching to know more, and I don't blame you. I'm right here with you, feeling that same curiosity, that same need to unravel the mystery. This story is trending for a reason. It's got everything. Romance, betrayal, family drama, and a twist that's got people all over YouTube hitting that like button and sharing with their friends. I'm asking you to stay with me, to keep watching, because I'm about to take you deeper into this wild ride. You're not just watching a video. You're part of a moment that's got the internet buzzing, and I'm so excited to share it with you. But here's the kicker. Just as Ava steps up to the altar, locking eyes with Ethan, something happens that no one, not the guests, not Emily, not even you, could have predicted. What is it? Well, you're going to have to keep watching to find out. As we dive deeper into this story, let's take a closer look at Sunset Cove, because this town isn't just a backdrop. It's practically a character in this drama. Picture a quaint seaside community with cobblestone streets, colorful beach cottages, and a lighthouse that's been guiding ships for generations. It's the kind of place where secrets don't stay buried for long, and Ava's return is like a stone dropped in a still pond, sending ripples through everyone's lives. Ethan and Emily grew up here, raised by parents who ran the local bookstore until a tragic car accident took them 5 years ago. Ethan stepped up as the family's anchor, putting his own dreams on hold to support Emily through college and keep their parents' legacy alive. He's the guy everyone in town loves, reliable, handsome, always ready with a joke. But there's a side to him nobody sees, a restlessness that's been growing for months. You're probably wondering what's got him so on edge, and I'm dying to tell you. But let's just say it's tied to a promise he made years ago, one that Ava's arrival is about to bring crashing back into his life. The way he looked at her, that mix of shock and something deeper, tells you there's history here. Big, messy, heart-wrenching history. And it's got you hooked, doesn't it? You're not just watching this story. You're living it with me, feeling every twist and turn as we try to figure out what's driving these characters toward this explosive moment. Ava's entrance isn't just a shock to the guests. It's a wake-up call for Ethan, pulling him back to a time he's tried to forget. She's not the kind of woman you'd overlook. Tall, with dark hair that falls in waves and eyes that seem to see right through you. Back when she lived in Sunset Cove, she was the girl who dreamed bigger than the town could hold, always talking about leaving for New York or LA, chasing a life of adventure. But when she left 10 years ago, it wasn't with a wave and a smile. There were rumors, hushed stories about a falling out, a betrayal, maybe even a broken heart. Nobody knows the full truth, not even Jake, who's been digging for answers ever since he found that letter. And speaking of Jake, he's starting to feel like the wild card in this story. He's not just Tom's cousin. He's got his own stake in this drama, and that letter in his pocket is burning a hole in his conscience. It's dated 3 years ago, written in Ethan's messy scrawl, and it's addressed to someone with the initial A. The words are vague but heavy. I should have fought for you. I'll make it right someday. Is A Ava? And if so, what did Ethan do that needs fixing? You're probably yelling at your screen, show us the letter. And I'm right there with you, itching to know more. But Jake's not ready to share it. Not yet. He's watching Ava, watching Ethan, and starting to wonder if this wedding's about to become something nobody expected. Meanwhile, Lila's presence adds another layer of tension that's impossible to ignore. She's not just Ethan's ex. She's a fixture in Sunset Cove, the barista who knows everyone's coffee order and always has a smile, even if it's a little forced these days. She and Ethan dated for 2 years, and their breakup last summer was the talk of the town. Nobody knows exactly why they split. Some say Ethan got cold feet, others say Lila wanted more than he could give, but seeing Ava walk in has Lila on edge. She's sitting there, her nails digging into her palms, watching Ethan's reaction and wondering if Ava's the reason things fell apart. Lila's not the villain here, but she's got her own story, her own pain, and you can't help but feel for her as she watches the man she still loves stare at another woman. It's the kind of drama that's trending all over YouTube. Love triangles, past promises, and moments that make you gasp, and I know you're feeling it too. You're not just a viewer, you're in this with me, piecing together the clues, wondering who's telling the truth and who's hiding something. Lila's perspective adds a new angle to this story, making you question whether Ava's the hero, the troublemaker, or something else entirely. Emily, bless her heart, is still trying to keep her wedding day on track, but even she's starting to sense the shift in the air. She's standing at the altar, her bouquet trembling slightly, her eyes darting between Ethan and Ava. She's always trusted her brother completely, But there's a flicker of doubt now, a question she's too afraid to ask. Emily's not just the bride. She's the heart of this story, the one who's supposed to have her happily ever after, but Ava's arrival is threatening to unravel it all. And then there's Tom, her groom, who's starting to look less like the perfect leading man and more like someone who's hiding his own secrets. He's been quiet, too quiet, and Jake's noticed him exchanging glances with one of the groomsmen, a guy named Marcus who's new to town and a little too smooth for Sunset Cove's laid-back vibe. Is Tom involved in this somehow? Does he know more than he's letting on? You're probably thinking, wait, is this about more than just Ethan and Ava? And I'm nodding along with you, because this story's got layers we haven't even touched yet. The tension's building, the questions are piling up, and I'm here with you, guiding you through every twist, promising you that every second you spend with me is worth it. As the music falters and the guests lean forward, Ava takes another step toward the altar, her gaze never leaving Ethan. The room feels like it's holding its breath, waiting for her to speak, to explain why she's here. Ethan's face is a storm of emotions. Guilt, hope, fear, and Lila's eyes are burning with something that looks like betrayal. Jake's hand is in his pocket, clutching that letter, and Emily's smile is starting to crack. You can feel the weight of this moment, can't you? It's the kind of drama that makes you hit that like button and share this video with everyone you know, because you need to talk about it. I'm right here with you, my friend, feeling every heartbeat, every unanswered question. But just as Ava opens her mouth to speak, just as the truth seems about to spill out, something else happens. A shout from the back of the venue, a figure stepping out of the shadows, and every eye in the room turns to see who it is. Who could it be? What do they know? And how is this going to change everything? You're not going anywhere, are you? Good, because we're just getting started, and the next part of this story is going to blow your mind. The chaos in Sunset Cove's wedding venue is at a fever pitch now, and you can feel the energy through the screen, like you're right there among the guests, heart pounding as Clara's words echo. Ethan, you owe her the truth. Clara, the estranged aunt who's just stormed back into town, is a force of nature, her red dress a stark contrast to the soft pinks and whites of Emily's wedding decor. Her return isn't just a surprise, it's a reckoning, and the way she's staring at Ethan makes it clear she's not here to play nice. Clara's history with the family is murky, tied to a decade-old feud that left scars nobody talks about. The older guests are whispering now, remembering the days when Clara was a fixture in Sunset Cove, painting murals on the pier and stirring up trouble wherever she went. Her falling out with Ethan and Emily's parents was the kind of scandal that lingered, and her sudden reappearance feels like it's tied to Ava's bold entrance. You're probably wondering, is Clara here for Ava? Are they working together? And I'm right there with you, my mind racing to connect the dots. Clara's words suggest she knows something about Ethan, something big, and the way Ava's standing there calm and unshaken makes you think she's in on it. This moment is pure YouTube magic, the kind of drama that racks up views with hashtags like #FamilySecrets and #WeddingCrasher, and I know you're as hooked as I am, dying to know what truth Clara's demanding. Ethan's at the center of this storm, and the weight of everyone's eyes is crushing him. He's always been the guy who keeps it together, the big brother who fixed everything, but right now, he looks like a man staring down his past. That letter Jake's holding, the one addressed to A, is starting to feel like a ticking time bomb. Jake's subplot is kicking into high gear, because he's not just a bystander anymore. He's torn between loyalty to Emily and a growing suspicion that Ethan's hiding something that could hurt her. The letter's contents are still a mystery, but the phrases Jake glimpsed, "I should have fought for you," and "I'll make it right," are echoing in his head as he watches Clara confront Ethan. He's starting to wonder if A is Ava, and if so, what Ethan did to her all those years ago. You're probably shouting, just read the letter already. And I'm with you, feeling that same frustration, that same need to know. But Jake's hesitating, because opening that letter could unravel everything. Not just Ethan's secrets, but the fragile bond he shares with Emily. Jake's no hero, but he's got a good heart, and you can't help but root for him as he wrestles with what to do next, adding another layer of suspense to this already gripping story. Ava, meanwhile, is the enigma we can't stop watching. Her confidence is unshaken, even with Clara's dramatic entrance, and that glance they shared. It's got you thinking they're connected, doesn't it? Ava's past in Sunset Cove is coming into sharper focus now. She was the girl who dreamed big, who wanted more than this small town could offer. But her departure wasn't just about chasing ambition. There was a night 10 years ago, when everything changed, a night tied to Ethan, a promise, and a secret that sent her running. The details are still fuzzy, but the whispers among the guests hint at a love story gone wrong. Maybe even a betrayal that broke her heart. Ava's not here just to stir up trouble. She's here to claim something, and the way she's looking at Ethan suggests it's more than just closure. You're probably wondering, is she here to win him back? Or is this about revenge? And I'm right there with you, my friend, trying to crack this puzzle. Ava's subplot is weaving into the main story, making you question everything, and it's the kind of twist that keeps you watching, searching for answers with trending keywords like #LoveTriangle and #PastPromises. Lila's subplot is heating up too, and she's not just sitting quietly anymore. Her jealousy has turned into something sharper, something that feels like determination. She's standing now, her eyes locked on Ethan, and you can tell she seconds away from doing something big. Lila's not just Ethan's ex. She's someone who loved him deeply, who thought they had a future until he pulled away last summer. Seeing Ava and now Clara has her rethinking everything, and that whisper to her friend suggests she knows something about Ethan's past, maybe even about Ava. Is Lila about to spill her own secret, one that could change how we see this whole story? You're feeling it, right? That mix of excitement and dread, that need to know what she's holding back. And then there's Marcus, the groomsman who's been too quiet, his cool demeanor starting to crack as Clara speaks. He's not just a friend of Tom's, he's got his own reasons for being here, and the way he's watching Clara suggests he knows more about her return than he's letting on. Marcus's presence is a new thread in this tangled web, and you're probably thinking, what's his role in this? Is he friend or foe? I'm with you, itching to uncover every layer of this drama. Emily's world is starting to crumble, and it's heartbreaking to watch. She's been so focused on her perfect wedding, but now with Clara's accusation and Ava's presence, she's questioning everything she knows about her brother. Her voice when she asked Ethan what Clara meant was so small, so full of hurt, and it's the kind of moment that hits you right in the chest. Tom's trying to comfort her, but there's something off about him. A glance he shares with Marcus that nobody else catches. Is Tom hiding something too? Is this wedding about to become more than just a viral moment? It's heading toward a full-on catastrophe, the kind that gets millions of views with hashtags like #weddingfail and #shockingreveal. The tension is unbearable now, every guest on edge, every phone recording, ready to capture the next big twist. And then, that crash from outside, a loud, shattering sound that makes everyone jump. The lights flicker again, and Ethan takes a step toward Ava, his voice low but urgent, saying, "We need to talk. Now." But before they can move, the doors burst open, and a figure stumbles in, covered in dust, their face pale with panic. Who are they? What caused that crash? And how is this going to push this wedding into even deeper chaos? You're not clicking away, are you? Because this story's about to take a turn you'll never see coming. The venue in Sunset Cove is a whirlwind of emotions as Sarah's words about the crash outside send shockwaves through the crowd. She's standing there, dust smudged on her face, her voice trembling as she points at Ethan. The driver was Daniel, Ethan. He was muttering your name, Ava's name, like he had to stop something. The name Daniel hits like a lightning bolt. Nobody's mentioned him until now, but the older guests shift uncomfortably, remembering a quiet kid who left town in disgrace years ago. Ethan's knees buckle, and Ava steadies him, her touch gentle but firm, like she's been preparing for this moment. Clara, the estranged aunt in her striking red dress, steps forward, her voice cutting through the chaos. It's time, Ethan. Tell them about that night. Tell them why Ava left and why Daniel's life fell apart. Emily, still clinging to Tom, looks at her brother with wide, betrayed eyes, her voice barely a whisper. Ethan, please. What did you do? Jake, his patience gone, pulls the letter from his pocket, holding it up like evidence in a courtroom. Is this about Ava? He demands. Is she the A you wrote to, talking about regret and second chances? The letter, that cryptic piece of Ethan's past, is now the center of everyone's attention, and you can feel the tension through the screen, can't you? This is the kind of moment that blows up YouTube with #WeddingShock and #FamilySecrets, and you're right here with me, desperate to know how it all connects. Ethan takes a shaky breath, his eyes scanning the crowd. Emily's hurt, Ava's resolve, Clara's intensity, Lila's anger. He finally speaks, his voice raw. Ava and I were in love 10 years ago. We planned to leave Sunset Cove, start a life together. But I got scared. My parents were struggling, Emily was still in school, and I couldn't leave them. So I broke my promise to Ava. I let her go. The crowd murmurs, and Ava's eyes glisten, but she stays silent, letting him continue. I told everyone she left with someone else, to save face, to avoid the truth. But that lie hurt more than just Ava. It ruined Daniel. Clara nods, her voice softer now. Daniel loved Ava too, Ethan. He tried to help her when you broke her heart, but you let the town think he stole her from you. They shunned him, and he's been carrying that pain ever since. Lila stands, her voice shaking. Is that why you pushed me away, Ethan? Because you were still in love with her? Ethan's silence is answer enough, and Lila's face crumples, her subplot of unrequited love coming to a painful close. You're probably feeling the weight of this, right? That moment when years of lies unravel, leaving everyone raw. It's trending with hashtag love triangle and hashtag heartbreak, and you're hooked, wanting to know how this ends. Sarah's revelation about Daniel ties it all together. She explains that Daniel, drunk and desperate, drove into the catering van outside, trying to get to the wedding, to confront Ethan before Ava could. He kept saying he had to stop you from lying again, Sarah says, looking at Ethan. Ava finally speaks, her voice steady. I came back to clear Daniel's name, Ethan. And to make you face what you did. Not just to me but to everyone. Emily's sobbing now, but she steps forward, her voice firm despite her tears. Why didn't you tell me, Ethan? I'm your sister. Ethan's voice breaks. I was ashamed. I thought I was protecting you. The tension is unbearable, but then Marcus stands, his calm facade gone. Daniel's my brother, he says, his voice cold. You let him take the fall for your lie, Ethan. I came here to make sure you told the truth. The crowd gasps. Marcus, the quiet groomsman, is Daniel's brother, and his presence was no accident. This twist hits like a thunderclap, trending with hashtag shocking reveal, and you're probably reeling, thinking, Marcus was playing the long game? It's the kind of moment that makes you hit that like button and share with everyone you know. The climax peaks as Ethan drops to his knees, tears streaming. I'm sorry, Ava. I'm sorry, Emily. I should have been honest. Ava kneels beside him, her voice soft. It's not too late to fix this. Clara, her mission complete, nods, revealing she's been in touch with Ava, urging her to return and heal the past. Jake hands the letter to Emily, who reads it and softens, seeing her brother's regret. Lila, her anger fading, admits she suspected Ethan's feelings for Ava but couldn't face it. She steps back, letting go of her pain. Tom, who's been quiet, confesses he knew about Daniel's struggles and tried to help, tying up his own subplot. The wedding resumes, raw and real, with Emily and Tom's vows carrying a new depth, their love stronger for the truth. The guests cheer, moved by the honesty, and the moment goes viral with hashtag viral wedding and hashtag redemption. But here's the final twist. As the ceremony ends, Ethan takes Ava's hand and pulls out a ring. The one he bought for her 10 years ago, kept all this time. I won't let you go again, he says, slipping it on her finger in a spontaneous proposal that stuns everyone. Ava, the wedding crasher, becomes his bride-to-be, and the crowd erupts, filming this hashtag unexpected proposal. Marcus slips away to check on Daniel, who's recovering, his truth finally told. The story ends with Sunset Cove changed, not just by a wedding, but by the power of truth and second chances. You're feeling it, right? That mix of joy, shock, and hope. This isn't just a story. It's a reminder that facing your past can lead to a future you never imagined. Keep this with you. Love, when it's real, fights through the chaos, and honesty, no matter how hard, sets you free.